You see this? You like this? You want one for free? Like, subscribe, comment. It's that easy. You're entered in our giveaway. You want a free PSE bow? Like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. Many times as you want. I don't care. If you do that, you're entered. Good luck. It's a long debate. I can't say that there is or isn't a right or wrong answer in most people's opinions, but in my opinion, I believe there is a right or wrong answer as to when to hunt mature bucks and have more success. I don't know if there's statistics out there. I don't know if Boone and Crockett or Pope and Young or anybody really keeps track of this information. I know I've never logged any of my information anywhere where, I have to log whether it was a morning hunt or an evening hunt. Actually, other than your local, when you register a deer in some states, that is, you do have to give the time, the hour maybe, morning or PM, morning or afternoon time in which you killed a deer. And maybe we could get some statistics from those surveys to see if, there is one that statistically shows it is better or worse. And if you guys do know that information or see it in your state and it's public knowledge, send us a link, drop a comment, let us know. That'd be something to be super usable, because I'm just going off of my experience, which is one man's experience. I mean, granted, I hunt probably 100+ days a year for whitetails, so I do have a decent amount of experience, but I'm only one guy. But my opinion, if we're talking about evenings versus mornings, and obviously there's perks to both. I'm going to say one, and there's going to be guys who are going to say, I've killed the majority of my deer in X, and that's fine. And I'd like for you to comment and let me know what you're seeing, when you're seeing it, what time of year you're seeing it. But for the most part, there's a couple variables that I lean a little bit heavily on when, trying to kill a mature buck, and the conditions I look for, which are few and far between. I really don't care a lot about barometric pressure. I really don't care about cold fronts. In fact, I'd say about 80% of my bucks have been killed on warm fronts. That's just a matter of knowing where the deer are, just scouting. But the deer are always there, no matter the temperatures. Some of those different variables that people worry about. But the one variable that I do like to put in my favor, and I guess I'm not strategic about it all the time, but I do think about it in the back of my head. It's something, I guess, that goes into that algorithm that goes through my head when attacking a situation, trying to kill a buck, is mornings versus evenings. And I personally believe that it's easier to kill mature bucks in the mornings. Okay. So there's a couple different reasons that I believe that. And there's always, arguments we can make for evenings as well. But the thing about mornings is, if you're a bed hunter, if you're good at finding buck beds, if you jump bucks out of their beds, a lot of times if you beat those deer back to their beds, worry about predominant winds, what access route you expect that buck to take there to that bed, and you plan all that strategically, and you sit over that bed or on the entry trail to that bed, you can get a buck killed in the morning, which is fine. It's a great strategy. A lot of strategies for evening though, so that doesn't really make morning that that special, because you could find that buck bed in the evening and do the same thing. Just hunt the exit trail that he heads out to his destination food source. I've killed them doing both. The one reason that I really like hunting mornings more than anything is because bucks always seem to have this sixth sense, okay? This sixth sense where they just know what's going on. A couple does might walk through, young bucks might walk through, but that mature buck, he stops. And you really don't know what it is. Maybe it's thermals, maybe it's something else, but the main thing, and I kind of gave it away already, the main reason why I like hunting those mornings is due to the thermals. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with what thermals are, the most simple way to put this is thermals are what basically carries scent when wind is low, moderate to low. Okay, so let's say we have a 1 mile an hour wind in the morning. In fact, I've done this, and I've told the story numerous times, but I've done this where I was hunting a stand location that I would never hunt, I believe, on a southwest wind, but I knew there was a buck up to the northeast bedding, and I went in there on a morning hunt on a southwest wind, but it was light and variable wind. So, that buck was even bedded in a slight elevation change, a slight rise in elevation. So most guys would stay out of there and never go hunt this location. But I went in there and I hunted it because the wind was low, almost calm, but coming out of the southwest. Well, when the sun comes up, the thermals rise. And when the thermals rise, you can be bulletproof in a lot of scenarios. So a couple things that I'm looking for is, yes, thermal. So we're going back to thermals. Thermals, the constant, I guess, they're what carries scent when wind is low. Thermals always drop in the evening, and they always rise in the morning. So the deer are never above you, like up in the air. Like, they can be below you, and they can be above you to a certain extent, depending on topography. But on a day that I see the forecast, I'm looking at that forecast on a day where it says it's going to be clear skies, sunny, and obviously a morning hunt, I'm putting those couple pieces of the puzzle together, because as soon as that sun comes up, that the thermals shoot up, okay? And you'll notice that you go out on your porch in the morning, you breathe it, and you can see your breath. And where does it go? It goes up. So your thermals are going up. Your heat is rising. At that point, you're hotter than the air is, so your scent is going up. So that buck I was talking about, he was at an elevation change, an increase, and he still came in, and I killed him, and I could see my breath literally going over the top of his head at probably 7:15 in the morning. It was like 20 feet over the top of him. But regardless, that thermal change, really think about it. I mean, that's what puts the benefit in your favor, or the you know, it's a benefit. It puts the odds in your favor, because that wind or your scent is going up and over them. And in the evenings, eventually, that last hour, prime time, it falls down, and the ground is always below you, where the sky is always above you. You know, there's no deer in the sky, is what I'm getting at. There's a way better chance that those deer are going to wind you that last hour versus the first hour of light. And it has 100% to do with thermal. So when it comes to bucks having that sixth sense, you know, nobody really knows what that sixth sense is, but I think sometimes is what it is they're catching their thermals. They're catching an evening thermal or something like that. So my biggest, you know, strategy or tactic that I like to put in my favor is going in to kill bucks in the morning. Why is that? Because they can't catch my scent quite as easily. So if you guys like these videos, you like these topics, you like these quick tips that we're dropping, feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. If you like and subscribe to this video and even comment, you're entered to win in our giveaways. We're always giving stuff away. So if you like free stuff, like and subscribe.